Hey everyone, hey guys, how's it going? I hope everyone is doing all right whenever you see this. So, this is going to be a general reading for both Leo and for Virgo for April 2024. All right, it's going to be a bones and charms reading. So, I will be providing timestamps after the live is done for some people who just want Leo or who just want Virgo. Everyone is welcome, regardless of where you may have Leo and Virgo in your chart. So I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that our sound is good before we get too deep into the reading. Okay, so I think sound is good, so we'll go ahead and get started. Yes, so I am going to be using a mat this time just to kind of switch it up and give you guys more stuff to maybe look at, but you don't have to use a mat when you're doing bones and charms or casting anything. But I had one, so I figured, you know what, I'll just do it this time and see if you guys like it this way. All right. So when I shake the bones and charms, and this is the way that I actually do the shuffling, it may be a little bit loud. So just kind of bear with me for a moment while I do that. All right, thanks, guys. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Come in love and light, respect and reverence before, during, and after. Thank you for all advice, wisdom, and guidance given, and thank you, of course, for listening. Spirits, guide my hands, messages for fire sign Leo the Lion for April 2024. What do they need to see? What do they need to know for their highest good? Spirits, guide my hands, messages for Leo the Lion, fire sign Leo the Lion for April 2024 for their highest good. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Messages for Leo. Messages for Leo the Lion for April 2024. Messages for Leo. Messages for Leo the Lion for 2024. Sorry, let me turn that down a little bit. Okay. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Leo the Lion for April 2024. What do they need to see? What do they need to know for their highest good? Messages for Leo. Messages for Leo the Lion for April 2024 for the highest good. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Leo. Messages for Leo the Lion for April 2024. Messages for Leo. Messages for Leo for April 2024. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Leo. Messages for Leo the Lion for April 2024. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Leo. Messages for Leo the Lion for April 2024. Messages for Leo. Messages for Leo. Messages for Leo the Lion for April 2024. Messages for Leo. Messages for Leo for April 2024. Messages for Leo. Messages for Leo. All right, so looks like all the charms have come out and the bones. So we will get into the reading in just a moment here. I think this was that way and it just kind of fell. Okay, so I'm going to flip some of the charms over, the ones that I can do that with without disturbing too much of the other bones and charms. Just so you guys can see, I will take the camera off and bring it closer in a few moments. Very delicate delicate surgery. Okay, I don't want to move the other ones too much just because a lot of are on top of each other, and I don't want to disturb the placement of it. So as we go through it, I'll turn some of them over and put them on the top and show them to you guys so you can see what they are. That one I could probably turn over. Okay, so let's go ahead and take our picture before I forget. So I like to take a picture for each zodiac sign, and then we'll get started. Okay, I'm gonna place my hands over the bones and charms and see where the energy leads me, where spirit wants me to start, because each reading is a little bit different. All right, so just bear with me for a moment. Okay, so they want me to start like right here, so that's what I'll do. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the camera off of the thing here for a little bit so you guys can see stuff more closely. I'm trying to get my chair right. Okay, hold on. Okay. So it will focus in just a second here. Sometimes if I put my hand down, it helps. There we go. Okay. So there's a couple of things that fell a little bit off the mat here, so we'll talk about that in a little bit. But let's start where they want to talk here, Leos, where they want to start. So you've got your two skulls here, and we'll talk about the different quadrants on the mat, what they mean. Sometimes you can see them, sometimes you can't see the words, right? But usually where we see the skulls in the reading can talk about where someone's mind is at or what they've been thinking about or will be thinking about throughout the month of April. But you have both in the relationships and love quadrant here, Leo. So that can be platonic relationships and romantic relationships or even self-love relationships. But sometimes one will be here and one will be all over there. So it's interesting that they're kind of both showing up here in the same quadrant. Let me just turn this down a little bit. Hopefully it's not too loud for you guys, the background music. Just helps with the animals and for myself just to have some noise. If it's too quiet, I get distracted. But anyway, what we see is the first one here, Leo, is really interesting. It's inside and underneath this turkey wishbone. And then the other one here is laying on its side on one of the raccoon penis bones. And again, they're all in the relationship love quadrant. Okay. So with this first one here, it could be that throughout the month here, Leo, you're really thinking about something that you've been wishing for quite some time. It could involve like you and someone else thinking about the same thing, or it could be one side of you and then the other side of you still thinking about what you're wishing for as far as relationships, platonic and romantic. It's really cool and interesting here too that we see both the raccoon penis bones kind of going in that same kind of direction. And when we talk about the raccoon penis bones, it can talk about masculine energy, it can talk about being more aggressive in the 3D physical world. It could also be a metaphor for planting seeds for the future. So it's like there is a lot of stuff happening as far as there could be a friend here. So the witch charm is my symbol for friend. There could be a friend here that has a lot of masculine energy, that is either supporting or helping you in some way with the things that you are wishing for in regards to your romantic and platonic relationships. Now, there could also be another type of masculine energy here. If it's the same friend or another friend, it doesn't have to just be a man. We're not talking about gender, we're talking about energy. So we all have masculine and feminine inside of us. But here, there could be another type of masculine energy that wants you to listen to something here, Leo, okay? Because we have the Kyrie shell over here, which does represent feminine energy. So it's like a lot of masculine energy as far as the 3D physical world, planting seeds for the future and what you are wishing for. But then on the other side, too, there is like feminine energy in between these two masculine energies. So it feels pretty balanced. You also have another seashell right here that is like half on the line here, Leo, between your relationships and love quadrant and also your body and mental quadrant, which is right. What is right underneath it is actually the nutmeg as well. So this can represent money or abundance and things we want to manifest. Okay, so it's like the more that you listen to this friend or multiple friends, right? This could help bring in the abundance again with what you want to manifest in terms of romantic and platonic relationships. Now, I also see that there could be, some type of good luck showing up in your romantic and platonic relationships in this month as well. It's not like the whole rabbit's foot because most of it's in your work and money sector, but you do have some if that's kind of where the line is. So that's nice to see. Now, over here, we've got perhaps a lot of emotional healing going on within the home or about a home, okay, because we have the water charm, which is emotions, we have the lizard, which is healing, we have the chair, which represents home. There could be some knowledge that comes in from your work or money sector about these things or is helping with these things. Now I see really nicely over here too as well, Leo. There could be some new ideas coming in as far as new ideas about travel or when traveling or being around water if it's not necessarily traveling. But this is really beautiful. And again, it could be new ideas that are helping facilitate the romantic and platonic relationships like throughout your life. So that is really cool as well. Now, when we go this way, I want to kind of see, what's under these coins here in the middle, because you do have the no coin right in the center of the reading and all the quadrants, and another coin underneath it. I can't tell which one it is, but the no quadrant is kind of half. Well, it's in all of them really, but it's more in the relationships and love quadrant and in the body mental quadrant. So since this is, excuse me, a general reading meant for multiple people, of course the no can be kind of different things, but sometimes because we see the angel here or the angel skeleton here, it can be something about from your spiritual team saying no to something. It's also, this no is going in the other two quadrants, right? But really in the spiritual and unconscious quadrant, which is where we more tend to like bring in that spiritual aspect or be able to hear those messages more. And so again, it could be somebody pass on loved ones, friends, family. It could be ancestors, spirit guides, angels, literally saying no to something here. So I'm going to go ahead and just move this to kind of see what's underneath it. Okay, so we did have one of the coyote penis bones like resting on top of that no, and then it was also touching the puzzle piece and touching the alligator claw. So this no could have something to do within the body and mental health areas. It could be some kind of piece of the puzzle that wants this masculine energy to perhaps bring in some more flexibility within the body and mental health areas, because we have the dog ankle bone here as well. So it could be saying that part of the piece to the puzzle could be that there's this no that's coming in that has something to do with some type of irresponsibility energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be you, Leo. It could be someone you're dealing with, multiple people, general environment situation. But it could be like there needs to be more flexibility with the health stuff because of this like irresponsibility energy. Now, what I can see right now, right off the bat, underneath it is the cloud charm. So the cloud charm, it talks about not seeing things clearly. So I'm just gonna very gently move that over. Okay. So we also have part of the scissors here that was underneath the irresponsibility. And so it makes me feel like here, Leo, that someone needs to cut away, and the spiritual team, your spirituality, your unconscious wants to cut away this irresponsibility aspect that could go in kind of again like all of the different quadrants. So it could be a little bit with money and work, it could be a little bit with subconscious spiritual, it could be a little bit with body and mental, it could be a little bit with relationships and love. Okay. I feel like when spirit comes in and puts this on top of it, it's almost just saying like they don't want that irresponsibility for you. Okay. um, it could be that part of this has something to do with Mercury retrograde, the first one of this year that we have from April 1st until April 25th. There's always a pre shadow and post shadow period. Some people feel it a week or two after. It still has gone direct. So some of that could be something to do with the collective unconscious and general astrology, but you have to take it how it may resonate for you. Um, This is really interesting here, Leo. It's like this alligator claw, which is like represents striving for things. It can also represent good luck with money and gambling and stuff. But it's coming from the body and mental quadrant, and then it's going into the spiritual and unconscious quadrant, and it's actually like touching the fingers of the skeleton hand. Okay, we've got masculine symbol here as well. So it could be that your spiritual team, ancestors, people, loved ones passed on, friends and family, guardian angels, etc. They There's something under here. Hold on. Okay. They could be helping you with some leadership roles, or they could be helping you with a teacher, mentor, a priest, a guide. Okay, with that apple underneath there. Now, it could be someone that displays a lot of masculine energy, but they are also wanting to facilitate and cut away the irresponsibility and the cloudiness, the confusion that's in a little bit of each one of these areas. They also want to cut away anything that stresses you out and makes you feel constricted with the snake rib bone here underneath the scissors. Your spiritual unconscious center has huge buckeye right here. Okay, and a lot of the charms, majority of the charms in your reading are in the work and money sector, but then the other majority of them is in that spiritual unconscious sector. So Your spiritual team is supporting some type of transformation. We see the butterfly here. The butterfly is also touching your North Star, your happiness. The butterfly is touching the symbol for Pisces, so it could be something about a Pisces or during Pisces season of this year, of last year, next year, or Pisces in someone's chart. Or if it has nothing to do with the astrology or the zodiac, it could be your spiritual team wants you to go with the flow more, with any type of endings and new beginnings with the rope charm here to facilitate more of the transformation that's ultimately going to bring you happiness with the North Star. Your spiritual and unconscious side also, or someone's, or a general environment situation, sees a lot of safety and power within your individuality or individuality in general here, because you have one honeybee here and the other one on the other side. They're really close. There could be something that you've been working on here or will be working on here throughout April, Leo, as far as your spiritual diet, okay, because it fell in the spiritual unconscious, the fork here. The fork is also touching the key, which is answers. So the more that you are aware of, or someone or the environment is aware of, what you spiritually digest and ingest, and how that can either give you more answers and more details, because the key is also touching the strawberry over here. The strawberry is also touching the bat, and on top of the bat is the frog. So the more that you're aware of your spiritual diet, this also connects to your money, right? Because if you see where the dotted line is, if we pull out there, it's like right like that. That the details and the answers come through, and then they're really felt more in the money work sector with some type of teamwork aspect, and also some type of leap of faith here. The leap of faith and the teamwork aspect are also touching the Pisces symbol, which is also touching that endings, new beginnings. I'm gonna have to move some of those because I can't see what's underneath it. I do see over here though, Leo, lots of hard work being done in the spiritual or unconscious realms throughout April. It could be because of past challenges and not feeling like you or someone else had enough support. Okay, because you got the symbol for Capricorn touching the mountains charm, touching the snake vertebrae. And then on the other side, though, you have the horseshoe and the ladybug. So there's good luck around putting work in the spiritual and unconscious, to feeling more support, even though maybe it was a catalyst from some spiritual challenges in the past. There is a lot of abundance with it touching the buckeye again, whatever it is you want to manifest in your life here. Now if we go back this way and I just lightly move some of these. So we talked about the frog. Okay, we talked about the bat. We also have the mermaid underneath here. We've got the money bags being in the money and work quadrant is always nice, right? The money bags is right next to the symbol for Saturn. So it's like the more hard work, the more responsible, the more organized and kind of stern energy we lean into, we're actually going to make more money, or someone is. Okay, so that makes sense and is beautiful. Now, this could also lead to somebody's possible, leveling up or moving up at work, or in their general confidence in their job and what they do, because we have the crown that was touching that as well. So I just put it at the top so you could see it over here. Okay. Interestingly enough, this leveling up at work or within the work or with the money is something that you've been thinking a lot about, because it was touching one of the human teeth bones over here. This could be something that you've done before. It could be a past life memory, or like you just knew it was coming, okay, with the elephant here as well. Now, on top of the elephant was also the turtle, okay? So, this is about going slow here, either with the memory or the memories, or chewing over and digesting. Again, maybe you or someone else or past life thing has been anticipating this leveling up in work or with the money or the responsibility, leveling up in their confidence in their work or responsibility. There's all this good luck in your work and money sector. Remember how I said in the beginning, your majority of your lucky rabbit's foot is all right here. You also have your 4-leaf clover, which was touching all of the other ones up here we just talked about. So more good luck. The 4-leaf clover was also touching the bicycle, so it could be good luck with travel or with modes of transportation, a vehicle, a bike, a scooter, whatever, however you get around. There's also a lot of like balance coming through here, Leo. There's balance in your environment and your happiness. Okay, so you have your big sun here, I just moved, which was touching your balance scales, Libra energy, and it was also sitting on top of the spider and the spider web. So this could be something going on within your work environment or money environment with perhaps a Libra, or during Libra season of this year, of last year, next year, or Libra somewhere in your chart, or it has nothing to do with Libra and it's just talking about balancing. Okay, when we're talking about it in the money and work sector, it makes me think of checks and balances. Okay, something in the environment here. You could be thinking and digesting a lot, or already have been, about how to get rid of some type of stagnant energy within a family that has a lot of feminine energy. So here, if we flip this one over, we have the seahorse. And on top of the seahorse, or just like that pretty much, was the feminine symbol. So there could be some stuff going on here where there's stagnant energy with a female, or not a female, I'm sorry, not gender, but somebody with a lot of feminine energy here within the family. Maybe there's some stagnant energy, so someone is trying to figure out how to get out of that and have more freedom with the winged horse. And I can see that there's some stuff under the spider web, so I'm going to go ahead and move it over here. So there was actually nothing, I mean, this is under it, but it was like half under it, so I'll just move it over so you can see. So we've got Cupid and we've got the fish, okay, and they're pointing towards the freedom and the handcuffs, the listening bells, the angel, the broom, all that we'll get into in a second. But first thing, that when Cupid and the fish are under the spider and the spider web, it's like, that's my symbol for romantic love. Doesn't have to be, it could be any type of love, but usually the Cupid is the romantic love. So there could be something within the work environment or with the money environment here that is connected to some type of love. If it's not romantic love, it could be a work partnership that's very balanced, something like this. But it's kind of blessed by the fish, and also it's pointing to that freedom. For some of you guys, if there was any type of like legal case or court case with money or with work, there could have been um, some type of loving relationship type thing that was blessing and bringing in like more freedom here. I feel like it's like almost like normally this would be the listening bells, but here it feels like freedom bells. I don't know if that's a thing, but I feel like it is, I guess, when back in the day, if there was a court case or ruling and they rung the bell, it meant a certain thing. I don't know, but it just, I heard it from my guides like freedom bells, whatever that means. Okay. Um, Also, I know in like slavery times here in America, they would ring the bells when they were hiding the slaves and then ring them when they could come out. That kind of thing. I don't know. It's freedom bells, whatever it means for you. Um, they are also touching the broom, which is touching the angel. So this angel coin comes in and it's like higher vibrational beings sweeping away what maybe used to be locked and wanting to bring in more freedom bells. I also feel like here, Leo, there's a lot going on in your work and money sector when we see the symbol for Sagittarius here, because it also represents plans, goals, aspirations for the future. So pulling back the arrow and hitting the mark. So when we think of work and money and plans and goals and aspirations for the future, it's like, how can we work on those things and also have some type of safety here with the ship anchor, dropping the anchor when we need to stop and lifting it when we need to go. Maybe it's changing your idea of what freedom is to you or to someone else or to multiple people. It could also be that in the past there was a lot more emotional emphasis on. Remember how I said over here in your spiritual and unconscious that you had some challenges around feeling support, like spiritually or unconsciously? It could also be that if that's the case in the past or recent past, whatever that is for you, a couple days ago, weeks, months, years, etc., there could have also been like a lot of emotions attached to thinking about the spiritual and the unconscious, thinking about angels, thinking about guardian angels, ancestors, spirit guides, etc. Maybe not for everybody, but for some people. All this good luck though here, Leo, if we move this over a little bit, we can see on the other side, there you are, Leo the lion, right? There's all this beautiful feminine energy here. Again, listening, creativity, clearing with the leaf. It's like clearing away any questions, or if there are questions, making somebody or something more comfortable with the questions. There could be some type of letter, message, document that comes in. It could be from your spiritual side, okay, from people who've passed on, ancestors, guardian angels, etc., that brings in this really peaceful message with the doves here. It's a peaceful message. It could have something to do with children or a child. If it's not that, it could have something to do with inner child work. this feminine energy, this, if you think of feminine energy is supposed to be receiving, right? Inner child work, and then we're talking about work and money. Maybe it's this message, letter, message, document comes in from your spiritual team about how to be more open in receiving different forms of abundance and money within work. Over here we have the coyote penis bone, one of the human teeth bones, and the hummingbird. So I didn't talk about it before because if I follow the quadrant line, it wasn't in the love and relationships line. It's really only in the money and work area. So this hummingbird is like not caring what people think, as far as if there's something that we're really good at and people don't understand it right away, or they don't understand it at all, we need to keep doing that thing. And I think that that's something that you've already been thinking about or will be thinking about, and how you can manifest in the 3D physical world. The hummingbird, I always joke around and say that if, and during evolution, when the other birds saw the hummingbird the first time, they were like, why is that fool flying backwards? What they didn't realize is that's like one of the fastest birds, and he gets the sweet nectar, right? And so it's, again, it's not caring what other people may think about you flying backwards, as long as you're getting your nectar. Does that make sense? As long as you're getting your work and your money. And you are, because you, again, all that good luck. All right. So that's pretty much what I'm getting here for you, Leo. Hopefully that's a pretty straightforward reading. Lots of good stuff though. So please enjoy this time period and let me know in the comments down below if any of this resonates for you later or now. And yeah, I'll be uploading the picture after this live is done, in case you want to look at stuff again. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and now switch over to Virgo and see what we have coming up for Virgo. So I'm going to put the camera back up here for a little bit while we clear the energy and do some more shuffling of the charms and bones here. Hopefully that'll focus in just a second. Sometimes if I put my hand up or focus on my jewelry. Come on, camera, you can do it. No, you don't want to focus. Come on, man. All right, well, I'm gonna still keep clearing this out and hopefully it will focus in a few minutes. If not, I'll adjust the camera again and see what I can do to help it to focus. All right, so that was a beautiful reading, Leo. Let's see what we have coming up for Virgo for April. Put all the charms and bones back in here so they can rest for a little bit. Still not focusing, huh? Okay. Hold on. Let's see. Oh. It's kind of focusing on my hand. Oh, there we go. Okay. Good enough. All right, guys. So again, we're gonna clear the energy from the bones and the charms. Do a quick little sound bell here. Take a couple of deep breaths. Check back in with our guides. all the good stuff. All right, so again, everyone is welcome wherever you may have Virgo in your chart or Leo in your chart. All right, so it'll be loud for a few moments, but it won't be forever. If you're sensitive, you can just turn it down if it bothers you. All right, so this is going to be for Virgo for April 2024. All right. That was a good one, guys. Okay. Let's go ahead and shuffle and shake these bones and charms. Again, welcome in the Virgo energy. They will be loud as I'm doing it, but just feel free to turn it down temporarily if it bothers you. All right. So thank you, spirits. Guide my hands, please. In love and light, respect and reverence before, during, and after. Thank you for all advice, wisdom, and guidance given. Messages for Earth sign Virgo for April 2024. Spirits, guide my hands. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Virgo for their highest good for April 2024. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Messages for Virgo. Messages for Virgo. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Virgo for April 2024. What does Earth sign Virgo need to see, need to know for their highest good? Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Virgo for their highest good. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Virgo for April 2024. Messages for Earth sign Virgo. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Messages for Earth sign Virgo. What do they need to see? What do they need to know for their highest good? Messages for Virgo. Messages for Earth sign Virgo for April 2024. Messages for Virgo for April 2024. All right. Let's see. Virgo. We're going to flip over the ones that we can without disturbing the other ones before we take your picture and get started. Very delicate. I don't know how to do that, but okay. Let's put it on top. Okay, I feel like that's good enough. All right, Virgo. Let's go ahead and take your picture and get started here. We forget. And I will be taking the camera again off and closer so you can see all the bones and charms close up from my perspective too. I just like to give people the option to see me do the shuffling and casting and all that stuff. All right. So let me, before I take the camera off, see where Spirit wants me to start. The reading is different for everyone. So just bear with me. Give me a moment here. Okay, so they want like right between this little area here. So that's where we're gonna start. All right, so let me just take this off here. Come around as I drop things. It's okay. All good. All right. Too much stuff on my table. All good though. All good. Okay. So hopefully it'll focus here in just a moment. Try to move this out of the way. Okay. If I put my hand out, it usually works. Focused. There we go. All right. I keep hitting this skeleton up here. I'm like, move back. Okay. All right, Virgo, dear Virgo, let's see what we have here for you for April. So you have a couple things that have fallen outside of the mat area, which is fine. We'll talk about that when we get there. Mainly in the relationships and love and work and money sector, and also a little bit in the spiritual unconscious, okay? But none over here in the body, mental area. All right, let's get closer here. So Virgo, they wanted me to actually start right here, and I should have flipped this around for the picture, but that's all right. This is one of the skulls. So I'll turn it that way just so you can see what it is, but it was facing the other way. Where skulls, I have two sets of skulls in this kit. Where they are can sometimes tell us where someone, what and where someone is thinking about throughout a reading, okay? So I can see, let me turn that down a little bit. I can see here, Virgo, that during the month of April, or maybe even a little bit before, there could have been some cloudiness, okay? So if we lift up the buck eye, okay, there we have the cloud charm. You can see that. So just put it back the way it was. The buckeye represents money and or abundance, whatever it is we want to manifest. Since it's in the money and work sector, it looks like you've been thinking a lot about big money and also small money, because then you have the nutmeg right behind it, which is pretty cool. I don't know if I've seen that in a while, where they're like so closely touching each other. Now, this could have been clouding someone's judgment here, or they were just, yeah, not thinking clearly about other things. Maybe that you or someone else was preoccupied with the work and the money areas, something that you've been chewing over or digesting, or someone has been with this human teeth bone here. Again, you've got all of the lucky rabbit's foot is in your work and money sector. So that should definitely be talked about, because it's the first big thing that draws your eyes there is that big green lucky rabbit's foot. Even though Spirit wanted me to talk over here, we got to talk about that too, of course. So just keep that in mind, right? I gotta find out, remember where I have Virgo in my chart. But I see the baby here on the other side. It looks like it's the honeybee. Yeah. We also have some stuff going on here. I don't want to move too much because I don't want this to fall yet, but that's the mountain symbol, right? Because I think I saw water somewhere else. Yeah, water's over here, so that's the mountain one. So mountains represent challenges. So in the past, if there were a lot of challenges with work and money that even maybe your spiritual team was aware of, with the skeleton hand here, um, Spirit's coming in and is putting good luck all over top of those challenges. Remember, I had to like dig it out because it was underneath. So that's beautiful. Now your spiritual team, ancestors, spirit guides, guardian angels, etc. There could have been something to do with either actual children or a child, or it could be more inner child stuff that is directly connected here, Virgo, to your innate power with the honeybee here, and how your individual power is felt within a team but also felt with outside a team, okay, when it comes to work and money. Now here we got the symbol for Pisces, along with the cup is like right inside both of the twin fish here. So it could be that saying that your spiritual team here is recognizing there was a lot of emotions around work and money during Pisces season that we were just in, or last year, or next year, since these readings are timeless. It could be actually dealing with a Pisces with a lot of emotions at work or with money. If it's not any of those things and it's not the astrology or zodiac stuff of Pisces, it could just be a lot of water and emotions again around work or money, perhaps with some type of feminine energy here. Now, because you have one raccoon penis bone here, okay, circling both your buckeye and your nutmeg, your money in abundance, and then it's also underneath your turkey wishbone. It's like all this masculine energy here. Again, this is where your other head is. So thinking about how to manifest in the 3D physical world. But then there's also feminine energy with the shell here too, your Kyrie shell. So receiving energy. Oops, sorry, hopefully focus in a second. Come on, camera. Focus. There we go. There could be some type of letter, message, document that you receive here, Virgo, in regards to work and money. It could be, again, from some type of masculine energy here. We all have feminine and masculine energy. It could be something about planting seeds for the future with this coyote penis bone here. And so planting seeds metaphorically with work and money in the future. There could be a message about that from some type of masculine energy here. Or it's from you to someone else, or vice versa, etc. To go back up this way a little bit, there is if there's too much masculine energy, that can take away a little bit of the good luck throughout the month, if that makes sense. If there's too much like impatient, go, get it, aggressive masculine energy, that could take away from some type of important details regarding the work and the money here with the strawberry it could also make the answers regarding work and money feel more far away for some people. But these angelic beings with the angel coin here, like that was kind of on its side, on top of the lucky rabbit's foot, they're supporting this good luck in these work and money areas. Underneath the angel coin, we had the masculine symbol, we've got the safety pin, and we've got the lizard. So it's like there could be a lot of healing and safety around maybe higher vibrational masculine energy. It could also be that someone that's passed on with the coffin here, some kind of masculine energy that has passed on, whether you knew them or not, or they're further back in your line. They are wanting this safety and this healing and these blessings of good luck for you. They're wanting to also attach that to your plans and goals and aspirations for the future, and how that relates to your money, how that relates to your family with the seahorse here. Some of it could have something to do with a Sagittarius, which doesn't have to be, or Sagittarius season. There's a lot also, sorry, I'm gonna move the camera down. There's also a lot of this clearing and cleansing energy here with the broom next to the star. So this can be maybe clearing away expectations for some, like around happiness and around following our North Star and maybe what that could mean. Clearing expectations around maybe not caring what other people think when you act like the hummingbird and you do what you do best and you fly backwards, and even though they're flying straight. Now over here, I know we've got the witch, I can't tell. We also have the puzzle piece, and what else we got? Oh, the elephant. Okay. So here, Virgo, there is some type of friend or multiple friends that are going to help you remember something or talk about a memory or help you remember something that's a big part of the piece of the puzzle to like what you're wishing for, because it's the puzzle piece is laying on top of the turkey wishbone. Maybe the more that you listen to that too, you're going to feel more strength. So the line is half on the line in two quadrants. It's in your relationships and love, and also your work and money. Now, the more that you listen to this friend or friends, this could also bring news about travel. The ship is half equally in the work and money and the love and relationships quadrant. If it's not about travel, it could just be, dealing with water or healing something with water here. Shh, Cleo. So if I pull back, I'm just trying to see everything here. If we go into your next quadrant here, Virgo, for you, I would say actually it's like half and half, but the majority of your bones and charms is in work and money and body and mental quadrants. You still have stuff in love and relationships and spiritual and conscious, but the majority of them are these two, okay? If we go up this way, starting with your sun, we got the fish, we got penis bone, the crown, the water, the Pegasus, the doves, the snake vertebrae, the leaf and the book here and the feminine symbol. So here, Virgo, this could be, there is some type of happiness and prosperity, perhaps around emotions regarding a person in control or some leadership qualities or having more confidence, and how this can bring a more peaceful energy and free flowing energy with Pegasus and the doves. This is also talking about how we can have more peaceful support within our unconscious and spiritual energies. So that's beautiful here, Virgo. How this peaceful energy can also facilitate some clearing. This is all supported by some type of knowledge here or shared information or something with the book in the middle here. Shh, shh, shh. Well, we have over here, we've got the balance scales, Libra energy here, Virgo. Could be something during Virgo. I mean, you are Virgo, sorry. During Libra season of this year, of last year, next year, or dealing with an extra Libra, or where you have Libra in your chart or someone else's chart, or has nothing to do with the zodiac or astrology stuff. It's just more of the symbol of balance, okay, and justice. There could be this feminine energy here that's really helping you strive for all these spiritual and unconscious things that you want here, Virgo. There is some type of ending, new beginning with how perhaps you think about family, like spiritually and unconsciously. That's really interesting. So you've got the rope on top of the fork, which is pointing to the seahorse. Seahorse is my symbol for family because it always looks pregnant. So, sorry, let me turn that down. So here, Virgo, again, could be some type of endings, new beginnings about how we digest and think about family spiritually and unconsciously, and how that also relates to our goals and plans and aspirations for the future. Because it's the seahorse is half in the unconscious spiritual quadrant and half in the work and money quadrant, but it is touching the bow and arrow, which is also half in both, kind of. Yeah, because it's passing the line there. So that's interesting. If we go back this way, there could be something that you've been longing for a long time that's part of your spiritual energy or unconscious energy that has a lot of good luck around it, and it could be related to your environment as far as your body and your mental, because it goes, the four-leaf clover is touching the spider web, which is inside the body and mind mental quadrant. You also had the ship anchor, which was on top of, let's move it over so you can see it. It was on top of the spider and the spider web. So this idea of our environment and how we can feel safe within it, within our body, within our mental health. It could also be talking about how we lift our anchor and drop our anchor, how we can get more physical in our body or take action in our mental health and body health, or both. There's a lot of teamwork energy here as well, with the bat, which was half underneath the spider web. Also, the question mark was definitely under there. So there'd be somebody questioning this, or you're questioning this, or it's the whole environment. Could have something to do with the Mercury retrograde that's going on this month from the 1st to the 25th, because it has a pre-shadow, and the post-shadow period can go even a little bit longer. But it's leaning towards slowing down, okay? And I like this here for you, Virgo, because the turtle is half, it's right on the line. It's half in spiritual and conscious, and it's half in body and mental. So if we're talking about slowing down, Mercury retrograde makes sense. So slowing down in the environment with the vibrations, with the teamwork, but there's all this good luck that supports this slowdown. And it's also can be attached to a mentor, a teacher, a guide here with the apple. There could have been some stagnant energy, or is going to be some stagnant energy around a vehicle. That makes also sense during Mercury retrograde. But how that relates to the body and mental, I'm not sure, right? You could think of the body and the mental as a vehicle or mode of transportation, like a bicycle, a car, a scooter. I guess during Mercury retrograde, it could be a little bit of how does that feel, like stagnant if it does? Or because there's stagnant energy around a vehicle or mode of transportation, then it gets the body and mind moving more. I mean, there's lots of different ways that you can interpret it. It is a general reading. Put this back on the spider where it was. Whatever that stagnant energy is, though, around the vehicle or modes of transportation or travel, there's a lot of dreams still happening despite it, which is beautiful with the dragonfly. There could be some type of leap of faith that needs to happen here, Virgo, with the body health and the mental health during the month of April. This is so cool right here, Virgo. I don't know if I've seen that before. It's like the honeybee, this other honeybee, is literally carrying the money bags. And then you got symbol for Capricorn next to it. Hard work. So here, if we work hard with our body and our mental health, not only does it help our innate physical power and individuality, it's going to help us make more money too. So that makes sense. If you're feeling good in your body and your mental, you're at your best, you can carry the heavy money bags, you can work harder. That all makes sense. But it's really cool the way it lined up there. Here, Virgo, that's so funny again. I think the other sign, Leo, just had it, but it was different. It was in a different quadrant. But for whatever reason, these freedom handcuffs, and I've been calling them the freedom bells since when they're together, it kind of makes me think of that. There could be something that you hear this month in regard to health that makes you feel more free, or someone else more free. That's beautiful. Who wouldn't want that for body and mental? That's awesome. All right, let's go this way, see what else we got. If we pull back here, Virgo, it's very cool too. The three things that are all in your center here that are affecting all of your quadrants is you've got your North Star, okay? You've got your chair symbol for home, and you've got your apple symbol for leadership qualities or teacher, mentor, spiritual guru, or guide. So all of those things are affecting the work, the money, the love, relationships, the mental, the physical, the spiritual, the unconscious. So that's definitely something to think about. Like home could be a central focus in some way here throughout the month as well. Or working at the home, or working with issues within the home with a teacher, mentor, spiritual guide. How home can make you feel in regards to finding your North Star and your happiness. Interesting. All right, so over here, Virgo, I see that I want to kind of start out here and then go this way. This is definitely within your relationships, whether they're love or platonic or self relationships. It's all within your quadrant because if we follow the line, that no coin is definitely in there. So if we move it over a little bit, we've got the yin and yang under it, and then we've got the snake vertebrae on top. Snake rib bone, excuse me, on top. So here, this can be a message, Virgo. Could have something to do with Mercury retrograde and not being the right time for something with love and relationships or platonic. I can't talk anymore. Platonic relationships, all types of relationships, basically. It could be saying that there's needs to be less constriction, okay, with the snake rib bone, like breathing more. If you think of our ribs, it's like no to the constriction and yes to the breathing more and having more balance because the yin and yang was underneath it. If we go this way, Virgo, there could be something about romantic love that you or someone else is thinking a lot about and been hoping for and wishing for a long time because you have Cupid literally pointing to the word love here. We got the seashell, we got both of the human teeth bones over here. It could be that when you're feeling more strong in regards to your money and your work, that's when new ideas are going to come in to help you with what you wish for in regards to relationships and money and work. Could also be that when you tap into these Saturn placements with the Saturn symbol underneath here, Capricorn energy, we've got a lot of Saturn throughout the year. The more that you tap into that, this could bring more ideas. The more organized you are, the more hardworking you are, the more strict you are. This could actually, weirdly enough, like bring new ideas here for you, Virgo. Um, I feel like with this feminine energy, with the seashell, and really listening to perhaps trends with work and money, again, how that can possibly free up more time for you to travel within romantic and or platonic relationships, or doing something with water, by the water here, or water by a home, or something water in the home. I feel like it's all sorry. I feel like it's all here, Virgo. Um, Transformation around some type of irresponsibility that was in either one or multiple relationships on somebody's part, or it could just be the energy. Okay. So, when we have retrogrades, right, it's the so redo, release, revise, revisit, all the things. So, if there's some relationship stuff, even with friends or family, with self love or romantic love, if it's like going over what would be considered irresponsible and how to change that, then you can have the transformation, like with the butterfly. It's right next to it. So that's the hopeful part. It's like, okay, this is here, but you also have flexibility, the dog ankle bone again over here on this side, and then you've got the butterfly on this side. So, um, if there was a part during April or even before, a little bit after, that felt more constricted or no, that's because it needed more balance and maybe needed to be more responsible with something. Okay, so that's pretty much how I'm seeing that, Virgo. Um, but yeah, hopefully I'll focus again. All in all, really nice reading here for you. I hope some of that made sense, and always feel free to let me know in the comments if you feel guided, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or all the things. Or if you come back later and you watch this reading later, since it is timeless and you're like, that did happen, or that was talking about this for me. It's always cool to hear back from you guys if you want. But anyway, thank you guys so much as always for your, let's see if I can do this right this way, for your likes and for your shares and your subscriptions. They're all great free ways to support the channel here for me if you feel guided. So anyway, enjoy this time period. And then I will be probably coming back tomorrow. Wait, tomorrow? Yes. Yes, tomorrow. Friday, starting with Libra and Scorpio and then going through the rest of the signs. All right. So you guys take care and I will see you later. All right. Bye.